And I guess I should be live at some point here. Hey guys, I'm making a video, and it is entitled Where Do We Go From Here? For a pretty good reason. Just wanted to start off by saying I'm sorry that I haven't been able to, upload anything or do anything fun with YouTube like I promised you guys. Quite a few times I always try to end the video with, oh, we'll be here next week. We'll go ahead and do something in the near future, and then it takes like a month at a time. Even this, I think, has taken, at least a good month now. Yeah. So that's about right. Also, I look like a mess. I'm very, very tired. This is kind of spur of the moment for me. I just felt like you guys deserved some sort of explanation as to why all of this has been very slow and laggy, and the changing co-hosts and everything else, and basically why I haven't really uploaded or done anything as of late. So, without further ado, where do we go from here? It's kind of the question that I've been asking myself constantly. I love doing YouTube, don't get me wrong. For those of you who have known me for quite some time or know anything about my old adventures into YouTube, you'll know that I used to run a podcast with quite a few other people way back in the day. And that was very fun for me. It was something that it always challenged me to do a little bit better. At the time, I was too much of an immature idiot to do anything that was actually, quarantined into its own space or well thought out or written or anything like that. But, things just kind of change over time. I decided to delete that old channel, and I think it was for the best in general. I mean, I could have piggybacked some subscribers over, but honestly, at the end of the day, I'd rather leave a channel with a few hundred some odd subscribers and do a completely different thing than stick with that. And there's all the internal politics of why that went down. It's just stuff that I prefer not to go ahead and, hash out in this video. This video is more about this channel. And speaking of, oof. I mean, for those of you who have actually stuck around or watched our newer stuff, thank you. Thank you a lot. It does not go unnoticed. It definitely, kind of strikes a chord with me. I really appreciate it. Don't get me wrong, it's not like I don't think about this channel at all. I don't think about YouTube at all. It definitely runs through my brain pretty much at least a couple times a day, where I'm thinking, man, I could do this or I could do that. And, I don't have this or that, but I can at least do something for YouTube. And then when it comes time to it, it's just all of the wherewithal, all the energy just kind of goes out the window. To be short but sweet, at least on my end of things, I've had a lot of different issues come up, namely trying to find new employment, which I found. Cool. Try to manage some personal stuff, try to kind of battle some of the issues that I've had with mental illness and the more recent developments that I've had in that grounds, and the fact that, it was only a couple of months ago, really, that I was properly diagnosed, and just working with medication on that front, and then pretty much just scheduling whatever that might entail, trying to get everything kind of balanced out. it's been a long journey for sure on my end. In terms of like, why haven't there been consistent co-hosts? Where's like Jay at? Well, thing with Jay specifically is that it's not like we've grown apart or that, oh, we're at each other's necks now. No. Like, our friendship is still great. It's just that he is pursuing a bunch of different projects at the same time that I happen to be dealing with, like, a whole lot of different things that I'm trying to work through actively. And it just kind of fell out in a way that, Jay just kind of isn't really working with me anymore. And the crappy part is that he did say that, at one point, potentially, hey, I'm probably going to come back on. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll hold out. And I kept doing this thing where I would hold out and hold out and hold out. Clearly, not exactly to any sort of avail. More like it just kind of slowed everything down. And the more that I think about it, the more that I realize that if I'm going to do something with YouTube, I pretty much have to do it on my own. And that's something that I don't want to do. Not necessarily, at least. Or if I do, I wouldn't know how to go about it. And that's a bit of a struggle for me, All things considered, I would really appreciate having someone to work with. I've always worked with people in terms of any of the projects that I've had online. Outside of my blog, like, there's nothing that I do that's just me. There's always someone either behind the scenes or I'm working directly with somebody in the front as part of the presentation, something akin to that. So it's been interesting, for sure. And the one girl that you guys saw, Maddie, she has a lot going on in her life too, and I don't feel like it's fair for me to like go ahead and try and make her work on that while she's going through school, going through a bunch of different stuff. It's just not, So I'm kind of left at this crossroads of what am I going to do with this channel? What do I want to do? Can I do it if I want to do something in particular, right? And I guess pretty much just why? Like, what's the reason? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And with at least Temple of the Cynic initially, I could easily answer why. I love that kind of stuff, right? It's super fun for me. I mean, here I am wearing this Ghost t-shirt. I mean, like, creepy stuff is just my thing, man. Like, that's what I like. But in all honesty, I don't think that I can do this sort of format with just myself. If you really think about it, it just doesn't work as well, And that's kind of what I've been struggling with. I mean, I want to put out more content for everyone. I want to do these things very badly, and I need the creative outlet. And part of me, like, dealing with life is I'm missing my creative outlet. I don't have my bass guitar anymore, so music's kind of out of the, venue. And I don't have my old podcast anymore, where I can work with other people on it. I lost a lot of community, and I lost pretty much all artistic output when that went out the door. So I went ahead and created this. And since then, everything has just been roadblock after roadblock after roadblock, and it just became very quickly overwhelming for me. And it's not very fair to you guys, because you guys have been nothing but cool and supportive for it. And I really appreciate that. That's why I want to do something. I'm still going to do something. Probably just stick with this channel, do something. But I I don't really know what I'm doing at this point. I have no fucking clue, to be fully honest. There's quite a few different things that I thought of that, hey, maybe this could be a pretty interesting outlet, or maybe this could be something that's not too bad that I can manage on my own. But without somebody that I see as like a regular co-host or somebody to help behind the scenes or anything like that, for now I'm kind of in limbo. And, you know, that's, again, kind of why I haven't been uploading anything or doing anything fun that I can post out to the channel or whatever. And I mean, I've been back and forth with Jay especially, where it's just been, oh, here's all these ideas, and we're going to totally do this together, don't worry, to dead silence. And then immediately after, oh, we can do all this instead, and it's like, okay, cool. And then dead silence. And it's just been so back and forth that it's clear that it's not going to actually work, or there's no way that that's going to be a thing. And yeah. I mean, what else can I say? It's just kind of one of those things where it'd be sweet if it worked out. If you could, well, at least from my perspective, you could feel the chemistry there, and it seemed like it would work really well. Adults have crazy fucking lives. I'm sure all of you know that. It just didn't work out that way. So, what is my plan going forward? I have no idea. I honestly have no idea. I thought that I could think of like a million different things and then at least narrow it down to like 5 or 3 to give at least one of those things a shot with you guys. But I don't know, man. Between everything that's gone on in my life and everything pretty much that has transpired in terms of this channel, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to go, what direction I'm going to take. It's all still kind of up in the air. And whether that be for better or for worse, I mean, I guess, you know, the pages of history will tell for sure. But right now, I'm not too certain about it. I think if I could narrow it down to 3 things, absolutely, it would be, I mean, like the creepypasta thing, it didn't get that many views. Okay, fair enough. But I feel comfortable in that environment. Maybe something like that. Maybe, you know, ooh, look at that. Sorry, I'm distracting myself anyway. Fucking stream lag. Maybe I do something a bit more akin to, say, a one-on-one interview, because I know that that's worked for me in the past, specifically with my old podcast. Those got the most views, those got the best ratings, those got the most response from the audience. I feel like I can carry on interviews fairly naturally. It's not, like, hard for me, it's not difficult. It's just a matter of what I can set up, when I can set it up. And that would change this format entirely, granted, you know. And the third thing I was thinking of was literally keeping the same thing going on here with the channel. in terms of thematic element, in the terms of like it just being a podcast and all that, but I'm gonna need somebody to bring on for that. You know, that's what I'm looking for, and someone that doesn't have other stuff going on to where either I feel like I'm impeding or they make it indirectly obvious that I'm impeding. So I was pretty much thinking of one of the three. And I kind of wanted to leave it up to input from you guys, especially. I mean, let's be fully honest, anyone watching this video probably at this time has some sort of direct line of communication with me, or indirect by only one or two hoops. You know, that's just kind of where I'm at right now. So, give me some feedback. You know, let me know what you think, especially if you know about my old podcast ventures, where I should kind of go with this. Because I'm finally in a steady full-time. I'm finally ready to go ahead and move forward with it. I just don't know what I'm doing yet, you know? And it's frustrating. For sure. It's been a very, very frustrating process. Like, I can't tell you the number of weekends where I've sat there like, man, I wish I could be podcasting right now, but I just can't. You know, because I either felt that it wasn't good enough what I could bring to the table, or that I was getting in the way of other people and their goings on if I were to try and drag them into that. So, you know, for the sake of brutal honesty, here's this video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think I should do. Let me know what you think I shouldn't do. Whatever it might be. I'm just kind of looking for input at this point because, you know, I'm just kind of stuck right now with whatever happens to fall into my lap in terms of, I guess, the best possible option forward. I'm still not entirely certain if, you know, whatever option I end up going with in the next week or two is the correct way forward. But I do know one thing, and it's that I enjoy YouTube and I enjoy podcasting in general, and I enjoy making stuff for people too much not to do it. So I'm kind of tired of being on hiatus. I want to do something, and I'm gonna do it soon. It's just need to figure out what that is first, and then we'll move forward from there. So yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think. Until then, I think I'm gonna sign off for now. Peace the fuck out.